The Slim Fast 14-day effect on your New Year's resolution. Day 1, the new year. You want to kick it off with a bang, and you're not just talking about fireworks. Day 14, you're ready to start this year right, looking great and preferably on top.
2 weeks is all it takes to get what you really want. Swap 2 meals a day for Slim Fast protein shakes or bars, get in a 30-minute workout, and stick to a 1,200-calorie diet to lose up to 6 pounds in your first 14 days. Find Slim Fast in a store near you.
You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
The AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies.
This is AFTERBUZZ TV's The Carrie Diaries After Show.
We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show.
It's AFTERBUZZ TV's The Carrie Diaries After Show.
What's the 80s dance move?
I don't know. Like 70s disco.
Cart?
Yeah, shopping cart. Welcome everybody to Carrie Diaries Season 2 Episode 9 Under Pressure After Show.
Yes.
I like the song though. I'm into it.
I love 80s music.
It's pretty good. I'm into it. Anyways, I'm your host, Annika Michelle, and with me, of course, is my lovely co-host.
Hi, I'm Anik Dufour.
And Danica Kennedy, who's usually here hosting with us, is actually not feeling good.
She's under the weather.
I know.
She's under pressure.
Yeah. So she's out sick, but we miss you, Danica. We'll see you next week.
Yes.
And we're excited because tonight, everybody who's listening or has been following on Twitter, we have a special guest call-in. We're so excited about. We're so excited. Jake Robinson, who of course plays Bennet on the show, is going to be calling in a few minutes to join us. So if you have any questions, it's still not late to tweet us at Annika_Michelle and at Anik Dufour.
Yes.
Last minute questions, because you never know, he could answer yours on air.
Yay.
But until he calls, we'll just jump in and start going over the episode.
Yes. It was a fun-filled episode.
It was. There's a lot. Fun for sure was going on. Fun was going on at Carrie and Dorrit's house.
Yes.
And I don't know what was going on over there with Larissa and...
The fact that Larissa's engaged, it just baffles me. I just, for some reason, did not see that lasting at all.
No, I didn't see that coming at all, nor someone put a ring on it.
Yeah.
But they said she's been like previously married twice or something. Like she was married in like Egypt, like somewhere random in like a rainforest. I could see that more than like her engaged to Harland, who's a lawyer.
Right.
Well,
I mean, the ring is nice.
It's a huge ring.
Yeah.
I feel like she would have said no with any other one.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I just think it's funny because they were talking and she was like, I'm not living with him. It's like, well, what do you think marriage is? It's like, wait, what?
Maybe that's why her other marriages didn't last.
It's true.
Maybe she just needs to live apart from the guy.
She's like, we'll be married on paper, honey. I'm going to do my own thing.
Yeah.
You do your own thing and it'll be great. It was so random, but I think I like that that's how they used Tom to get away.
Yeah. So Tom goes because he has a meeting like overnight.
Yes.
Out of town. And he ends up going to the office, and then he finds out that it's Harlan and Larissa there to settle their prenup. And he was like, really?
This is what you called me out for?
Exactly.
And I love how he's going through like page 38. You have to have sexual relations with me on Monday, Tuesday at 8:05. I'm like, who writes that? And I'm like, seriously, people?
The thing is that people probably do write that.
People probably write crazy stuff in their... I've never gotten married. I don't know. But people probably write crazy stuff in their prenups. But that was just so specific. Like 8:05 a.m. Sunday morning. That's what we're going to be doing. And I'm like, all right.
Yeah, right.
Okay, crazy. But I have to say, I think it's funny that they were still getting it on with Tom just like in the room.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not surprised about Larissa. I'm a little surprised about Harland.
I'm not surprised about either one.
Really?
Yeah. He looks like he would be. He's
a bit of
he's
a
a little
freak.
bit, yeah.
A bit of a crazy one. That's true, though. That's true. I don't know what to say about this. I honestly hope there's a wedding episode. I want to see her walking down the aisle and what she's going to wear.
Yeah, but I mean, you know that it's not going to last.
Oh, no, not more than like 2 episodes.
But I do like Harlan and Larissa together.
I do. What happened to Tom's girl that they were trying to hook him up with? Like, why couldn't he be in this place that he?
Well, he had the whole what was her name? I can't remember her name.
Oh, Jake's calling.
Yay!
We'll be right back to that. Hey, Jake, how are you?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Good. Thank you so much for staying up and calling.
I know, it's so late there.
Are you kidding me? Anytime. Anytime you want.
Thank you. This is a random question, but are you watching us right now or are you just calling?
I couldn't get it to load on my computer, but that's all right.
Bummer. No
I think it'd be
worries.
kind of weird for me to watch it.
That would be a little weird.
and
Yeah.
talk at the same time.
That's true. We'll send it to you tomorrow. No worries.
Yeah, of course. Awesome. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for calling. And first of all, I need to start with saying congratulations because you landed the lead in Odyssey, the new NBC pilot.
Thank you.
Yes.
I know. I'm so excited. It's such a good project. And you'll see me in a very, very different world than Carrie Diaries. So
I'm
I
sure.
think that'll be exciting for fans for sure.
That's so awesome. And is that taping in New York too, or is that out in LA? Do you know?
Well, the pilot actually shoots in a couple locations, but I'll mainly be in Boston.
Oh, random.
And then also shoots, I believe, in Morocco and London too.
Nice.
Wow, they're taking you everywhere. Lucky you.
Indeed. I don't know if I'll get to go there or not, but yeah, it's exciting. It's very, very exciting. And the great thing is I can do both.
Yeah.
So far. So.
And I was reading earlier that Carrie Diaries, hopefully, we're keeping our fingers crossed because we love it, obviously, is hopefully going to get renewed for a 3rd season. According to some articles I read, it said it's coming back. So I hope it's true.
Well, to be honest, and the actors are probably some of the last to know. So,
That's so sad.
I would like to think so. I do know. This is what I know for a fact, and I can tell fans to reassure them. I do know for a fact that the sets for the show have not been taken down.
Awesome.
They're still over at the
good.
studios, so that's always a good sign. But I think it'll be like last year. I think it'll be down to the wire. So, hopefully it is. I love working on the show, so I really hope it's back for a 3rd season.
Yeah, we really hope it's back too. Like, it's such a fun show. We love it, and we can tell that you guys probably have so much fun working together.
It's a good group. It's a really good group. You know what? You know what's great about this group is everyone just wants it to work and succeed so well, and that's not always the case. So I think we're very lucky to have each other on this project. And having Amy Harris and Stephanie Savage and just the whole team behind it, they're so experienced and they're so good at what they do. And I think while we might not necessarily have the biggest live viewership of any CW show, I do think we have a really strong following.
For sure, I agree with you. I just think, honestly, the fact that it's on at Fridays at 8 p.m., we always talk about that. Just kind of...
It's a killer, for sure.
So bad, because everyone's, like, trying to get ready to go out, or,
I know. Well, I think... I don't know for sure why it got moved to Friday 8, but I would imagine that there's just a lot of, there's just a lot of new content that they were hoping to show. And we have a huge online following. A lot of people stream. I think we're like the number 2 stream show on CW.
That's
online
amazing.
or something like that.
That's amazing.
So I think they were kind of in the mind frame of that. They knew that we would get middle viewership, but that our online was really strong, so they'd put us in a Friday night slot,
Yeah, that makes sense, though. I mean, if they're counting the online, then for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Were you a Sex and the City fan beforehand? Have you ever seen any episodes or?
I wasn't before. I actually grew up. I didn't really have TV when I grew up, so so it's kind of funny that I'm in it now. But but I have watched it since. I had my HBO Go now. So I sampled several episodes, but I was not an avid Sex and the City fan. And I know for a fact that Bennet was never part of Sex and the City, or even I don't think he's not mentioned in the book either, as far as I can remember from reading it. So
was he?
No.
The Carrie Diaries book.
When you read the script, what was your first thought?
For Carrie Diaries?
Yeah.
Well, actually, so my role actually was not supposed to be as nearly as big as it ended up being. I think it was really only supposed to be like a 2-episode role.
Oh, wow. And they just loved you, and they're like, we're going to keep writing about you.
Indeed, they kept writing for me. So I'm so fortunate to have that the opportunity, and I think they just saw the potential that the character could have, and they saw it the way people responded to it.
Yeah.
But I think literally all he was supposed to do at first was come in and kind of prod Walt out of the closet and then kind of disappear again.
Yeah. But I'm glad that they made you stick around, because I feel like that's helping more, and I feel like more people can kind of relate to it than if you just disappeared. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I think they've done a really good job with that, with Bennet and Walt's story on the show. I think it's important that they've taken the time. I feel like so many shows rush into relationships and things like that. And if you look at how we interact, that's not how that works ever.
Yeah,
They take time. So I think I think they've handled it really well. And I know I've enjoyed acting out what they've given me and all the scripts and stuff like that. So.
Yeah. They actually just like an hour or so ago, Carrie Diaries Facebook, like the official one, and Twitter, put out a 3-minute video clip of tomorrow's episode that's airing.
Oh yeah. Yes,
and I mean, I don't want to say it, but they like aired it, so I feel like, well, I mean, if anyone watched it, they know what's going on. But it was so sad. Like,
it's a tough episode. I'll be honest.
Oh man.
It's also very juicy.
Is it? Okay.
It is. And it was directed by one of my favorite directors that we've ever had on the show, a woman by the name of Amy Heckerling. I don't know if you are familiar with her work, but she
did Clueless, right?
She directed Clueless,
Oh.
and she directed Night at the Roxbury and Fast Times at Ridgemont High, among other things. But she's one of my all-time favorite people to work with. And this next episode's a really Bennet and Walt heavy episode.
Yeah.
And so I was so grateful that she was directing it, because I love working with her, and I think she did a really, really good job with it. I haven't got to see it yet, so I'll see it tomorrow night, but it's one of my favorite episodes, so I can't wait to see how people like it.
It looked like it was pretty intense. I mean, the clip that they aired was, I don't want to say it all that people can watch it tomorrow, but the clip that they had was like Carrie crying and Sebastian comforting her, and she said like why she was crying, because the fear of something, or something might have been passed to somebody.
Yeah, absolutely. No,
that's crazy.
Well, you've got to think about how many baby steps Walt's taken out of the closet. So
yeah.
To announce something like that, I think it brings him into a very, all of a sudden he's like, oh shoot, like I'm in the real world now. This is it. Like I can't. We're not playing house anymore.
No, this is real. That's crazy.
But it is a hard episode. I promise. After you watch it, there's light at the end of the tunnel.
Oh, good.
We're just like, whew.
Like there's something good happening in the end. That's always great. I can't wait to watch it tomorrow. But I have a question for you, because this episode, the Under Pressure one that aired last week, that we're talking about tonight, there's a huge crazy party in this episode, which goes on when Carrie's dad leaves town. And what is the craziest
multi-kager,
right? They were rolling those things down. But what was the craziest party you threw ever in your life?
The craziest party? So I was in theater school, and I went to a small school in Midwestern Ohio called Otterbein, and junior and senior year, I had a house with a couple of guys, and it was the seniors' job to throw the party to welcome the incoming freshmen, like basically the freshman class, to the school, and I decked out my basement. We had black lights and strobe lights, and I built a bar that summer to put in my basement, which is, I don't want to condone college drinking, but anyway, it happened. And so we built this bar, and we charged. We did a $5 cover to get in, and then it was I don't even remember how much I spent on beer and stuff like that, and it was Candyland themed.
Oh,
that's really
so
cool.
fun. I love that. I love that.
But no, you think you think it's really cool, and it is really cool at the time. But when it's your house and you're throwing it the next morning, I cannot tell you how many Skittles and gummy bears and stuff that I found like in my couch, on my carpet, in my bathroom, everywhere. My house was covered. That was probably one of the wildest parties that we threw. I won't get into too many details.
That sounds like so much fun, though. Like it was
a good time.
I can imagine the mess and the aftermath would not be so much fun, especially for a group of guys trying to like cleaning it up. But,
yeah, right.
But that sounds like so much fun. That's awesome.
It was a good time. You know, the cool thing about the theater department is that we would always have theme parties, and it was expected that you adhere to the theme.
Oh yeah.
So like I feel like some people are like, oh, I'm like too cool to dress up for a party, but we took it very seriously.
Yeah. That's the fun though. Like, you know what I mean? Like everyone's doing it, you need to do it too. It's not like you're gonna be the oddball out if you don't.
Right, exactly.
And everything's more fun in costume. That's all I'm saying. Wait, I just mean like parties and stuff.
I was the big bad wolf for Halloween this year. I just ate Granny, so I had like a wolf costume, and I had like Granny's robe over it.
Oh my god!
And Granny's slippers.
That's amazing. Did you scare people, or were you like out? Were you out like scaring people, or were you out just like partying?
No, no, I was just having a get together at my apartment.
Oh, fun!
Did you have a Little Red Riding Hood?
My girlfriend was Little Red Riding Hood.
That's adorable. That's cute. That's a cute couple's costume.
we were a power couple Halloween. We did a good job.
That is good.
I'm proud of us.
That's good.
I feel like expectation to, like, I don't know. There's something about I've got to find this awesome costume for Halloween. And sometimes it tanks.
Yeah.
And some years it's good, and I feel like this year we did pretty good.
That's awesome. Did you guys make it, or did you buy it?
We made it. We made them.
Oh, look at you.
The other stuff, yeah.
Very cool.
Multi-talented.
I know, right? That's really cool. Little Red Riding. I like that. Little Red Riding Hood and the wolf / in Grandma's robe.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Indeed.
That's an awesome Halloween costume. We have some questions for you that we got from Twitter. And I don't want to like say it wrong because I don't want to like butcher up this person's Twitter name. But at RD Lovato wants to know, has Stanford been cast yet, or is there a casting call for season 3?
For Stanford, you said?
Yes. Yeah, Stanford. Has Stanford?
As far as I know, I know for a fact he's not been cast yet. And I'm sure it would not surprise me at all if he was introduced into season 3. How and when and in what capacity, I have no idea.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't surprise me if he showed up in season 3. I know, actually, I think they wanted to try to get him into this season, but because of the wonderfully fabulous Miss Lindsay Gort coming in and playing Samantha, I think they just realized that it would be too much to introduce
another one,
another major character.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I feel like season 3 probably makes sense to like do another one and then slowly, introduce more people in. Yeah. That's cool. Well,
yeah, absolutely. Because you can't, it'll get all convoluted and confusing, and so.
Yeah, exactly.
So not that I know of, but I'm sure he will be around if we have a season 3.
Not if, you're going to. Think positively.
When we have a season 3.
Exactly. When season 3 airs. Exactly.
Is there a role that you auditioned for like a pilot that you didn't get that you really wish you did?
Oh man, a pilot that I didn't get that I really.
Before you answer that question, I don't think many people know that you got this one. Apparently, well, this is what I read, that you got this straight without, like they just offered it to you. This pilot.
I did, yeah.
Congratulations about that, because that doesn't happen.
In a really rare and fabulous turn of events, I got this on a straight offer. I did have other projects that were interested in me, so I think that kind of helped. But yeah, it's exciting. You know, it doesn't happen that often. I feel very honored that Peter Horton and the rest of the team behind Odyssey felt that strongly about me. So
yeah. It doesn't happen often
Well,
at all, and I feel like that.
I did audition for Rain last year, and I really liked Rain when I read the script. So, actually, you know Torrance, who plays Bash on it. I auditioned for his role.
Okay.
On Rain last year. I thought that was a cool script. There's a bunch of others. There's so many every year. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But now you got Carrie Diaries and Odyssey, and you never know what comes after these.
Indeed, and I'm also recurring on this new HBO show called The Leftovers as well.
Oh, that's right. When does that air? You want to tell people?
I don't know when that airs. I think it'll probably be, I would imagine, summertime maybe.
Okay.
The next episode films in February, so
okay.
I'd imagine they'll probably do a summer or early fall release.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's an intense show. It's good. It's really, really good.
Is that also shot in New York?
Yeah, all my shows shoot on the East Coast. I'm sorry, LA.
Lucky you.
My girlfriend's in grad school here, so I'm pretty selective about trying to choose projects that shoot here, so we can stay close to each other.
That's so sweet.
So sweet.
What a nice boyfriend. So sweet.
That's so sweet.
Because most of the guys were like, "Sorry, babe, I gotta go.
Yeah.
We're doing this long distance."
Yeah.
Sweet.
Well, it's important to both of us. So, you know, we'll see what happens. I think eventually I'll have to be out in LA, but for right now I'm very happy being in New York.
If you ever come inside and visit us here.
Yes, we'd love to have you.
That would be so cool. I was like, well, you know what? Phone call is great too, obviously, but it's different in person.
Yeah, I know. There's something not quite the same about it, is there?
No, but it's okay. I have a random question for you because you guys all seem like a close bunch. So is there like any pranksters among you actors on set? Do you guys play pranks on each other? Do you guys...
like pranks. We do a lot of joking on set. I would say actually Brendan and I make a pretty good team for
I could see that
for on-set shenanigans. I'm trying to think. Do you know who else is really funny is Matt.
Oh, really?
Matt Lester, the dad. Yeah, he's hilarious.
That's funny. I feel like we don't get to see that side of him.
We all like to mess around. There's no point in doing it if you're not having fun. You know what I mean?
Right.
Of course. Well, that's good. I mean, you guys all seem like you're a tight cast. You know, you guys are all relatively around the same age, I would assume, in real life. Or close to it, you know?
Yeah, for the most part, we are. Absolutely.
So I would assume that you guys would party together and have fun together and go out together and, you know, just have a good time.
Yeah, well, I think everyone's pretty dedicated during the shooting of the show. You're so busy that you don't really actually have a lot of time to go out. But afterwards, absolutely,
for sure.
I think I'm hanging out with Ellen Wong and RJ tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
I played basketball today with Brendan. So yeah, I see them a lot.
How funny! Tell them we say hi.
Yeah, they're like, who?
Yeah, they're like, what are you talking about? So if there's like, finish the sentence. One thing like most people don't know about me is.
I love to read.
What's your favorite book?
Oh, okay. So in preparation for Odyssey, I've been, so I just finished Lone Survivor.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to go see the movie, but I want to read the book first, and that's an amazing book. And I worked with Peter Berg on the HBO show, and I cannot wait to see what he does with that movie. But so I really love that book. I found it really inspiring. But in preparation for Odyssey, because my character is part of the Occupy movement.
Okay.
And he's a civil activist, and so I'm reading the philosophy book about Noam Chomsky, who kind of preaches about anarchism and what it means to be a protester, and it's kind of a history book on. It sounds really boring, but it's actually pretty interesting about basically what happened with the economy in 2007 and why why we are where we are now, as far as like economically and how we can help and get out of that and be good citizens, kind of.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really cool book. I've learned a lot. I learned a lot that I did not know. So it's exciting. It's exciting to read.
I might have to check it out.
Yeah, you should. They do anything that he writes is really good, and I feel like he doesn't. What's good about him is I never feel like he's pushy. Like sometimes I feel like people that write, books about their beliefs and things like that can seem very like, you need to believe this. It's the only way. And for him, I felt like I was just kind of reading like a conversation or something.
That's good. That's not like too pushy or like this is what you have to do kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know.
Right. Exactly.
That's awesome. But yeah, we just want to say thank you for calling in. We love talking to you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I can't wait for tomorrow's episode. I feel like I'm gonna cry watching it.
It's gonna be so good.
I'm gonna be crying with Carrie.
I love filming that episode.
Oh my gosh! Well, if you want to call in next week to talk about it, we'd love to have you on.
Yeah, actually, I probably will. Actually, so
yeah,
fun.
That would be totally cool. Thank you so much for staying up. We know it's kind of late in New York right now, so we really, really appreciate it.
12:30.
And I will let
tomorrow.
I know.
It's Friday.
Oh my gosh!
It's Friday already. It's the weekend.
It's true. We'll let you get to bed and enjoy your night. But thank you so much.
Thank you
Seriously,
so much.
It's been great talking to you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Good talking to you too.
All right,
bye,
have
guys.
a good
Thank
night.
you.
Bye.
Good night. Yay!
He was so sweet. So
I know.
nice.
So sweet.
And
now, like, he has a girlfriend. So you like how I did that whole, like, Red Riding Hood thing? Yeah.
In case everybody was wondering out there, he is taken, ladies and gentlemen. He is taken. And